Motherfuckers. The first time I got back on this game, that scared the hell out of me. Because it always says no save game, empty slot on all of them, and then it loads in whatever save you have. Since I've seen a loading screen where it just shows one tip. I don't know why that bothers me, but I wish it would cycle through some. Just because there are some mechanics in this game that are very weird. Alright. Time to refamiliarize. R2, L2, nothing. Oh shit, that's right. Okay, so I just wasted that. Okay, R1's blood spear, R2 is the blood bomb, L1 I use blood to heal. Which may as well get myself to, almost full health. Really don't get much health from that at all. Alright, triangle switches from this. Oh yeah, I got a weapon that makes it so I gain blood on attacks. Stagger so I can fight. And I got a club. Ultimate? I didn't even notice that. Okay, so that's how that works. Whenever you have a two-handed weapon, you can only have one offhand weapon. Can it be anything, though? It can't? Okay, I see. I get that now. So fuck it, let's give this combination a try. Shotgun, scythe. Try out Clay's hatchet. I think the only thing that was, I'm pretty sure there was a club. That has to be that. I have to go back in this building.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon.
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
She doesn't look like a vampire. She looks like some deranged bitch. Oh, mesmerize one. Okay, let's see. Just the details show. Medical checkup.
Do you require my services, Miss Howcroft?
I have no need for your medicine, Dr. Reed.
Okay, I
Blood
never
is
noticed
the only
those
drug I
dialogue
need.
options.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of pustulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
Someone's affected by Cotard syndrome and believes she's a vampire. So what does that hint do? Like, what are the hints for? Is it just XP? Like, you just unlock certain things about people and that gives you more XP? Because 1250, that's a nice fucking chunk of XP.
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
I want to be quiet about that. You're pretty fucking open to just yelling that you're a vampire.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
No, such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
Who are you?
Is that not...
I'm curious.
No, such...
I'll leave you.
Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you find anything of value?
Yes, nurse.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor. Now, this patient here needs immediate treatment.
Duty calls. When the storm has passed, I'll show you how to mix the remedy yourself with the same basic ingredients.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you've finished, you ought to report to Dr. Swansea in his office. He's been looking for you. Seemed pressing.
Diseases decrease the blood quality of a citizen. Use the correct medicine to heal them. Speak to the patient in the room behind Dorothy to check his medical status. Does anything bad happen if I don't heal them and I take the blood? If it's bad quality?
Good evening, madam.
It's my son who needs you.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick. Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reed? I've heard much of your talents as a physician.
What do you think of your reception here? Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived. But we had no other choice, considering the state of emergency.
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
I share your stupor.
She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of the situation.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
What can you tell me about your...
Not much to say. Just take care of my Mortimer and I'll cover all the expenses. That's all that matters.
May I ask if you have an occupation, Mrs. Goswick?
I'm a teacher by profession. I teach young women who are more ambitious about their futures than their families.
Are you really that rich? Most of the patients here are of a more humble origin, if I may say so.
Yes, thanks to my husband. May he rest in
Always
peace.
forget you.
I can cover any needed medical expenses.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Don't waste your time with me, sweet girl.
Oh, shit, wait.
Be like a book. I'll never keep anything.
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
Goodbye, Miss. Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I help at all?
No,
Really? Why are you here, then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
Return check the mental status of a citizen. Healing a citizen will increase blood quality and will reward you with XP. Oh, you get XP just for healing. Oh, okay, good. The health status of the district will also improve. And I wonder if you get the blood quality up on someone then kill them, if it makes the status of the district go down, since the quality is still the same, but there's just less of it.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
I wonder if I can not give him the medicine and then decide to. It might be kind of funny. I tried don't.
I will see you later. How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'm sure you realize a doctor and his patient have to communicate, sir. Would it help if I gave you some paper and a pen?
Not really.
I see. Then maybe it's not just your throat that hurts, Mr. Goswick. Perhaps your sore throat is just the consequence of something more hurtful.
Yes, maybe. But I don't want to talk or even write about it now.
Whiny bitch. Why is this one so high?
How painful.
So painful.
Oh, guys.
Why did your mother have you hospitalized here? She seems convinced this is a bad hospital.
My mother just wants the best for me. She won't rest while I'm here. She'd go all the way to hell and back to help me.
Is your mother bothering you? As your doctor, I can ask her to leave you alone if you would prefer.
That's tempting, Doctor. But you have no idea what my mother is capable of. She would tie herself to my bed if you asked her to leave.
Pembroke Hospital may look unorthodox, but rest assured you're in good hands here.
It's not me you have to convince, Dr. Reed. It's my mother.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Goswick.
I don't want to talk, Doctor.
Wait, can I not heal him now?
Why did your mother have you hospitalized?
My mother just wants...
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
As for me,
Good evening, Mr.
I'm okay.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir.
That's right, you have to hit the
I
medical
don't mean to be a
checkup.
burden.
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have my gratitude for that.
-1 treatment for fatigue.
How?
So painful.
I'll let you get some rest, then.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. Do you need any help?
Damn,
Thank-
wrong button.
Do you need any help?
Thank you, Dr. Reed, but you've done enough already.
Recovering. I wonder if at some point he'll be recovered or if he needs.
I have to go now, sir. But don't
Serum.
hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Good evening, Doctor.
Goodbye.
fuck? Do I have to do this quest before the others or something? What the fuck? Oh, okay, I have to go into
I will not let you down, my boy.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Doc.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Camera's all fucked up. Blood temptation. Remember, Citizen's blood will provide you a massive XP boost. Look for a citizen of your mesmerized level or below and choose wisely.
Good evening, Mr. Hampton.
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, sir, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest. And then I can go back to the people who need me.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton?
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks. And I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really. But I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke? Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
What is the general situation?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the dockers' trade union. The wet boot boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion, Booth Digby.
Edwina and Booth Digby.
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminals.
How did you end up in...
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let me go.
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here. This Miss Hawcroft.
Oh, wow.
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton. Or a fool.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
Time has lost its effect on me, but the suffering continues.
It's locked.
Perhaps I should have considered the offer from that candidate.
I cannot enter.
We've dodged death so many times. Oswald. Please, sir. I need help bad.
What's going on?
I'm Blight, sir. Newton Blight. I've lost my mate. Can't find him anywhere.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed from the Pembroke Hospital. Please, calm down and give me more details.
Oswald and myself were both infantry, sir. We were en route for the hospital, but... well, we had a disagreement. And Oswald ran off towards the canal.
How long have you been searching for him?
I can't go there. Too many rats by the water. Fucking rats. Can't stand them since the war, sir. Can't stand them at all.
Don't be ashamed, Mr. Blight. Many soldiers who survived the trenches suffer from musophobia. I'll see what I can do for your friend. I have all the information I need.
Thank you, Doc. Have you found Oswald?
Not...
All right.
Do you need medical attention, sir?
No thanks, sir.
Where was your friend the last time you saw him?
He went down by the canal. He didn't want to go to the hospital. I think he went to the sewers on purpose. So I couldn't go after him.
This is a dangerous part of town. What are you doing here?
We were looking for the Pembroke Hospital. We both need help. Treatment, I mean. To get some sleep. Just need to feel better, sir.
What can you tell me about your friend?
His name is Oswald Thatcher. We survived the war together. Oswald is nervous and quite fragile since we came back from the war.
What can you tell me about yourself?
I'm Oswald's best friend. We served in the same regiment, sir. We've taken care of each other since we came back from the front.
I have all the information.
Thank you, Dr. Reed.
Not like or whatever back down. Just
Oi! You listening?
Crouching. Son of a bitch.
It ain't you!
Oh, that's the shotgun.
Shot him! It's on him!
god, this is really bad. Resisted. I think that's resistant to stun from that. Okay, cool. Sonic's Bloodborne. Should I keep my XP?
What must I do? Have you found Oswald?
Not yet.
All right.
I have all the information.
Thank you, Dr.
Counted that I talked to him about the mission. I'm not fucking around trying to stun him this time. That's such bullshit. I should be able to take it down.
He's dead!
Son of a whore. Oh, where the fuck did all these guys come from? What?
Watch yourselves! There's one of them! Too strong!
Just keep walking away.
Christ! He's dead!
That's fucked up. That's very weird. I don't know if that's
Watch it! It's a killer!
Can't walk. Hey, it just turns around. Oh shit, I think I fucked There we are. Alright. So I got full blood. Full.
I said stay away, sir!
Listen, Lee!
This is an impressive knife. That...
Oh, it's a quest item. Wait, what? Oh, it's not a weapon I can use.
The name engraved on the metal. Clay. What kind of man puts his name on a knife?
loadout would probably be